right. Hi, you guys. Welcome to Fireballs and F-Bombs. How y'all doing today? Y'all, please, I'm just going to apologize for the way I look and the way I sound from the very beginning. Okay, my allergies have whipped my ass today. I have sneezed so much. My nose hurts. My throat hurts. My allergies have been kicking, let me tell you, and I think I found what it is. So tomorrow I'm going to be taking steps to get that from smelling in here. It's the candles that I was making, all these candle, and it's in the closet of my office, and it's so strong in here. And every time I come in here, I start sneezing. So I think today I have figured it out what's causing it. So I'm in here right now. The fan's on. I took a allergy medicine, so I'm waiting for that to kick in. But I do have my drink, and tonight we're going to talk about New Jersey, whether we like it or not. Haunted New Jersey, y'all. So how is everybody before we get started? Have I missed anything? As you guys know, one of my very best friends, Terry, lost her mama this morning. And so we have been kind of numb and sad about that. And I have watched this monster Hurricane Melissa blow through Jamaica, and I have seen some of the pictures and videos of Jamaica. And please pray for Jamaica. My heart is broken, absolutely broken for them in Jamaica. That Hurricane Melissa it's a monster, and now it's going into the fucking Bahamas, and so please pray for those in the Bahamas. Pray for those that's in Jamaica, because it's just horrible. I've been watching that. Other than that, I've just I dressed up a couple days at work this week, and Monday I was a reindeer, and Tuesday I was a hippie. So we had fun at work doing that, and now I'm off, and then Friday I'll be at the police department for trick or treat, or trunk or treat, excuse me. And yeah, so I'm keeping busy, and I'm still working on getting my business started. I'm still working on it. I'm working on the bloodborne pathogens training that's recommended and mandatory by the state of Florida. And so I've only got an hour and 17 minutes left of that course. And yeah, so it's moving along slowly but surely. Today I met with the electric people. Tomorrow I'm meeting with a contractor. So we're moving along, but it's just at a snail's pace. So I'm riding the snail trail, y'all. Anywho, so as long as everybody's good, I've missed you guys. It's been a long week. And of course, I work. She likes me to work on Sundays, y'all. She likes me to be there on weekends. And I will be working. I don't have kids, or, I went ahead and just volunteered to work on Thanksgiving, so the people with kids and family can be home with their families, because I'm not going to make, you know what I mean? Like, we can have our Thanksgiving the day before. It's just another day to me. So I would rather the people with families be able to stay home. So I did volunteer to work Thanksgiving Day, and we're only open till 5, but still, I volunteered to work 12 to 5 on Thanksgiving Day. So anyway, let's get started on New Jersey, shall we? So the first one I have, now, so far, everyone I have done research on, I would absolutely go to. and I think you guys would too. So I want you guys to let me know in the comments if you would or would not go. Yes, the only day they're closed is Christmas. That's right. Hi, Terry. I was just talking about you. How are you feeling, honey? I was just letting them know that you lost your mama and that you were in our thoughts and prayers, and how much we love you. I know you are. I know you are, honey, and I'm so sorry I can't be there. And y'all, please let me tell you, y'all have to bear with me with my allergies tonight. If I have to excuse myself to sneeze, I'm going to sneeze and pee my pants and all that shit. So y'all just bear with me. I've got my tissues here, but I do have my drink and I took a Benadryl. So I'm waiting for all this to kick in. So maybe this will take your mind off things a little bit, Terry. We're talking about haunted New Jersey tonight. I've never been there. I'll probably never go there, but I've heard lots of things about there. And I would go to every single one of these places that I talked about. Now, this first one is a little bit long, and it's called the Spy House. Now, the Spy House, also known as the Seabrook Wilson House, is one of the oldest surviving homes in Bay Shore. This was built in 1663 in Port Monmouth. The house has a history of ghostly apparitions and paranormal presences. Now, the owner and innkeeper, Thomas Seabrook, was a patriot in the New Jersey militia who spied on British troops during the Revolutionary War. Now, over the years, people have claimed to see a female spirit walking from room to room looking for her crying baby, the ghost of a small boy looking out the windows, and an elderly bearded sea captain roaming the grounds and the halls. Now, you guys aren't going to believe who that is. The legend has it that is Captain Morgan. Okay? The infamous pirate Captain Morgan, and who the rum is after, was known to conduct torture in the basement of this house. Now, this was originally owned by the Seabrook family, and then it was later owned by the Wilson family. It served as a tavern where patriots gathered intelligence by getting British soldiers drunk and finding out their information. Now, the infamous Captain Morgan was the one to torture and kill them once they got all the info out of them. Now, the hauntings started in the 1970s, and that's when the people at least started reporting their experiences. They reported seeing soldiers walking around in Revolutionary War uniforms. Today, it serves as a museum, and people still claim to see, feel, and hear the spirits there. A former employee, Gertrude Nadlinger, who worked there for close to 20 years and would give public tours of the house. She passed away but hasn't left. She still is seen, heard, and felt during every tour. She is seen all over the house, and she acts as if she's still the tour guide. She has been seen walking directly through closed doors, and she will open and close the doors. Now, she has been seen gazing out a second-story window and has on occasion waved back at people. Now, there's a small boy, about 10 to 12 years old, that looks out the windows. Different windows, upstairs or downstairs, doesn't matter. He looks out to see if anyone is there. Now, when people come to visit, they have to make an appointment for a tour. It's not just open to the public. Like, it is open, but it's not open, if you know what I mean. Like, you can go for a ghost tour, but you call and make an appointment, and then you show up for your appointment, and the guide meets you there. Basically, it's not just open to where you can just walk in and go, can I have a tour? So if there's people there, he will watch you approach the house. He will slowly back away and then run. Now, people have often asked about the little boy in the window, and they're told there's no children there. Now, the ghost hunters from the show Ghost Hunters have confirmed that a young boy was seen and come through a voice box, but did not identify who he was. It's also reported that people see a rocking chair rocking from outside through the window. Now, when they entered, they asked about the chair, and they said nobody's allowed to sit in the chair, and nobody has been in the chair for years. Now, when they left, they looked again, and there was an old man rocking in a chair, reading a newspaper and smoking a pipe. Now, they went back in, and the chair was still, and nobody was there. No pipe smoke, no smell, no old man, no paper, and it was still. Now, excuse me, I have to blow. Sorry, I try to blow before the sneeze comes, hoping I don't have my sneeze fit. So y'all have to bear with me. Now, there's a mischievous spirit here, and that is as of Captain Morgan. Now, it's unknown if he's the man rocking in the chair, but he is one that loves when women visit the home. Now, he often shows himself in full uniform, and he will follow people through the house. He is often seen in the windows as well. Now, he's known to be quite the ladies' man back in his day. He is known to pinch a woman's behind if they're in the house. Women claim to have been pitched or smacked on the behind, or even felt their hair being touched. Captain Morgan does not care for men. Men claim that they were pushed or tripped and felt like their arms were being grabbed. Now, the original owner's wife is also still there. They had lost an infant at a young age. After the baby died, she would just wander around looking for it. She is still there walking the halls, and people say she looks very sad. An apparent reverend is also seen sometimes in one certain room, and people believe that that is where they held the baby's funeral. So maybe she's walking back and forth to where they had the funeral and where her baby had passed. It didn't say what the baby passed of or how old. It just said a baby infant. So I'm not sure. So that's all I have of the spy house. Now, the next one is called the Village of Allaire, and this is in Farmingdale. Now, one of the guides during a lantern tour, a reenactor guides people during a lantern. So there's a guide that takes you on a ghost tour. This historic village was initially an Indian ceremonial ground prior to 1650 and later established and was a bog iron-based production facility. Philanthropist James Allaire purchased the facility in 1822, eventually turning it into a self-contained community for the workers and their families. Allaire eventually moved his own family into this large farmhouse on the property in 1832. Allaire was devastated when his wife Frances died of cholera in 1836. Considering the village's long history, it's no surprise that some people believe ghosts haunt this property. There have been accounts of people hearing sobbing from inside the founder's former home, and a tall figure was seen dressed in funeral attire and top hat. Another ghost that has reportedly sighted is said to be a playful spirit, Hal Alair, the son of James and his second wife, Calicia. The spirit of Hal has been known to hide household objects and interact with candles. Now, in 1944, it was the site of a massacre where the Nazi troops killed almost the entire population. That is a historical event that has been memorialized as a lasting testament to a war's horror. 642 people were killed there. Many were killed, then others there died from accidents or disease or harsh environment. Now, Frances Allaire, first wife of the owner, James Allaire, died there of tuberculosis in 1836. Their son, Hal Allaire, died there in 1901. Now, people claim to see strange orbs and mists in broad daylight. Doors open on their own. Water will turn on in places water isn't even hooked up. People see others just roaming around as if they're going about a normal day. They have reported hearing voices, children laughing, people coughing. People feel a sense of depression while there. One person became physically sick from her anxiety. Now, I can believe that. I can believe that. Hold on, I have to blow. Excuse me. I'm trying to get through this tonight. Okay. The third one I have, y'all know I hate doing cemeteries because there's always spirits in every cemetery. Every cemetery anywhere has spirits. But, okay. This is of Tilly Smith. She died in defense of her honor. Now, Matilda Smith, better known as Tilly, was found murdered in April 1886. Her assaulted body was left in an open field on the grounds of Centenary College in Hackettstown, where she lived and worked as a kitchen maid. James Titus, a maintenance employee at the college, was arrested and charged with her murder. Titus went to trial and was convicted of the crime, even though the evidence against him was circumstantial. He was sentenced to hang, but escaped death by signing a confession of guilt. Titus was from prison in 1904, serving 19 years for the murder. A large headstone stands in honor of her in the Union Cemetery. According to local legend, there is a frequent Tilly sighting along the grounds and school's campus. Now, she had been raped and strangled. She was only 18 years old at the time. Tilly is seen on the grounds of the cemetery daily. She looks peaceful. She's never in a hurry. She's just strolling around, or sometimes she'll be sitting on a bench. James is buried in the same cemetery as Tilly, but it's unknown if he's ever been seen. Many spirits are there, but she is the most popular. She still looks exactly like the picture that's on her tombstone, because apparently they put a picture of her on her tombstone. And I swear I thought I saw that picture earlier, but I didn't save it, unfortunately. So, but apparently she looks just like the picture on her tombstone, so that's how they know it's her for sure, and all that. So, apparently that because he's buried in the same cemetery, it doesn't say she even acts afraid or anything. She looks peaceful, never in a hurry. She's just sitting around or walking around or strolling or hello, saying hi to people, basically. The next one I have is called the Shippen Manor. This is located in Oxford Township in a historic Georgian mansion built in the 1760s for the wealthy Shippen brothers. It is the site of some strange happenings, such as items appearing on shelves that weren't there before, doors opening and closing on their own, and ghosts will appear. People have reported seeing a young boy in period clothing, a woman's torso rushing around, and a Revolutionary War soldier roaming the premises. Now, excuse me. The Shippens were iron masters and very wealthy. It's a museum today, and it's free to go there. You can go there for no cost. Now, there is a ghostly Revolutionary War era soldier. He's reported to be all over the grounds. He walks around the premises like he's guarding it. He avoids visitors, but does watch from a distance. He shows himself in full apparition. There's a young boy about 10 years old that wears period clothing. He haunts the entire premises. He is said to be the son that died in an accident and has never left. Now, I could not find what accident, exactly how old. They said appears to be about 10 years old. I couldn't find anything anywhere that showed the accident or how he died, or anything. So I'm just reading what it said. Now, he runs around outside as if he's just playing. He's also been inside running up and down the stairs. Now, there is a torso of a woman that floats through the building. They say that this torso has breasts, to know that it's a female's torso. It said a woman was tortured and beaten in the basement and then was dismembered. Now, they've only seen the torso and no other parts. She is seen in no particular place, but only indoors. She doesn't go outdoors. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe just that one piece is showing itself, and she won't go any further until she's fully put together. I don't know if maybe she was, the other parts are down there buried and she won't go anywhere because she isn't whole. I don't know. I don't know. Now, people hear whispers, voices, banging, laughing, crying, and all kinds of sounds here. It's different all the time. Even the staff claims you will never know what you're going to get from day to day. Objects move, they disappear, then reappear. The lights flicker, showers turn on and off by themselves. The mirrors in the bathrooms will fog up even when the water's not on. The beds tend to unmake themselves. Nobody has been there, but they have to remake the beds as if a guest had stayed there overnight. The show Ghost Hunters investigated here and reported shadows, the torso, the child, and a man in the parlor. I didn't find out what episode or season or anything. I don't know what that was. I couldn't find it. It just said that they had investigated there. So I'm not real sure. But if I could have found out the season and episode, I would have told you guys. Now, I do have the devil's tree. Now, I know we've talked about a devil's tree here in Florida, but this is a devil's tree that is located on Mountain Road in the Bernards. Uh, Now, this is a solitary oak located in a field on Mountain Road in Bernards Township. The local legend suggests the tree is cursed. The story goes that a local farmer killed his wife and children and then hanged himself in the tree. The legend continues that anyone who tries to cut the tree will come to an untimely end. Now, I did some research. This tree was once used as a hanging tree by the local chapter of the KKK. Some people have attempted to cut the tree down, and it still has the scars on the base of the trunk. Something occurred to each time to stop them from cutting it down, whether it be weather or something. It just says that something occurred every time to stop them from cutting. The most famous spirit, though, is that of a farmer that murdered his wife and their 2 children. He hung himself from the tree. He, along with his family's bodies, were all found. It's said that this tree makes people sad and become confused. There have been several suicides and murders at this tree location. It's said that even in winter, the snows fall right. If the snow falls on the tree, it falls right off, and the snow falls around the tree and doesn't stay on the tree. It's said that there are spirits always around the tree. You can see them sitting in the tree, sitting on the ground under the tree, or just walking around. They say that spirits are always seen on this property, just walking around. Sometimes you don't know if it's a spirit or if it's a real person, but there are people always walking around under this tree. Apparently they show themselves in full apparition. Now, I have this. It's the Emlyn, excuse me. I'm going to say that it's Physick Estate, the Emlyn Physick Estate. It's Physick. I know that's usually PHY, like psychological or psychotic, or PSY. So I don't know if it's Physick, Emlyn Physick. Let's just go with that. Emlyn Physick Estate. Now, this is known as Cape May's original haunted house, and it was built in 1879 by Dr. Emlyn Physick. After Emlyn, his mother and sister had all passed on. No other family lasted very long in this house. The noises and unexplained occurrences would eventually scare them all away. Now, during ghost tours, visitors have reported being touched, and some have seen a woman in vintage clothing wandering through this historical home. Now, it says in this audio recording provided by the museum's management, a recording made in one of the room 18, the mansion captured this disembodied voice of a child. Now, I have looked everywhere, and it says here that in this audio recording, but there's no audio, there's nothing I can click. There's no, oh, hold on. Recorded in the bedroom. you will hear marbles falling and a child say it's mine. Don't want to listen to it? Hold on. I see it now. Let me make sure the volume is up. How do you turn the volume up? Hold on. Let me just make sure the volume's up. Anyway, let's see. Still spinning. It's just a stupid ad. Hold on a minute. Let's see if this will play. Let me turn this. Oh, no. Volume. I need. Marbles falling and then child to say it's mine. Where in the heck is the volume? How do you do the volume? Ooh, hold on a minute. Let me just make sure I can. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. What did I just do? Okay. Okay, let's just stand by a second. Let me just make sure I can go in and how do I? I've never had to change the volume. Let's see. No, let's see. How do I? Where in the fuck is the volume? Hang on 1 second. I'm trying to find. I want to hear it. Where is? I'm looking for the settings. Right. Okay. Sorry. What am I doing? I'm looking for my settings. My device settings. I want to hear it. Just the fucking volume. Where's the volume? I don't want to. I haven't played on this tablet enough to what is that? Nope. Nope, that's YouTube. I didn't mean to click that. Let's see what this is. I want to hear it. On this, I did. I looked on the sides. There's no freaking. That's just a hole. There's no, and this is the. That's nothing on there, and then this is the power button. I don't know what this big one is though. Hold on. Oh, found it. Okay. All right, let me get back in there now that I've turned the volume up. Oh, my eyes are watering. Okay, come on. Here we go. Okay, I think I got it. Hold on. I just got to get back in now. I love my pens with the little stylus on it. Okay, hang on. I'm going to get down here now. Oh, here it is. No, wrong one. Wrong one. Here it is. Come on. Come on. It's spinning. We're trying here. Did you hear him say it's mine? Did you hear it? Or do you need me to replay it one more time? Could you hear it? I was trying to hide it by the microphone. Give me it. Okay, you heard it. All right. I was just making sure you guys could hear it. I heard the kid say it's mine. So I'm glad I kind of found that. I did not realize that was there. Now, okay, now let me finish. Okay, so that is that. Now, Dr. Sisek lived in the home along with his widowed mother and his 2 aunts. Now, his mother, Frances Ralston, his little sister, she died in the home, and she was ill and on her own, so she came to stay with them while she was sick, but then she ended up not making it, and she passed away in 1898. Her name was Belle. Now, Dr. Sisek's mother, Frances Ralston, she was the second person to die in the home. I don't know what she passed of. Dr. Sisek himself died in the home while his family was there taking care of him, his 2 aunts. He died in his mother died in 1915, and he died a year later in 1916. And then both of his aunts lived there. I can't remember their names. I thought I read their names, but they both died in the home. One was very ill, and the other one died of old age. And her best friend was the neighbor, and he's the one that took care of her until she passed. Now, none of them ever left or sold the home. They all died in the home, and when everyone had died, 2 of Dr. Sisek's dogs that he loved so much also died in the home. Now, after the last aunt passed away, it was willed to the close friend and neighbor. That was her best friend, and his name was Francis Brooks. Now, some people claim that they hear a slight buzzing noise coming from the room on the 2nd floor. It's a huge room, but if you walk into it, you'll feel very claustrophobic in there. People get nauseous, and some people have actually started crying. People claim to see both dogs running around outside, and sometimes they're just laying around on the floor inside the house. There are no pets real on the property or in the house. So they know it's the ghost dogs. It seems this entire family is still living in the home. They never left. Now, Belle, the younger sister, is often seen. She's the most popular. She was confined to a wheelchair when she was there. She was ill. She went there because she was by herself. She went there because that was her family, and they took care of her until she passed away. Now there is a wheelchair still in the room that was hers upstairs. And it has been seen, and it'll move around the room like she's wheeling herself around the room. And it's also been seen just spinning in a circle. Now, the TVs turn on by themselves, the lights flicker, there's cold spots everywhere around the house, there's mists, shadows, smell of cigarettes and pipes. The smell of dogs still linger. The toilets flush by themselves. The doors lock and unlock themselves. Things will get moved to different places. So I'd go there. I would absolutely go there. And I love that the ghost dogs are still there. Y'all know how I am with animals. And when it's the ghost animals, y'all know how I feel about my babies. Now, the next one I have is called Jenny Jump State Forest. Now, this state forest was named after this main event. Now, some say the ghost of Jenny lurks at Jenny Jump State Forest in Warren County. According to legend, a 9-year-old girl jumped to her death off a mountain while being chased by a Native American. Now, in my research, I found the girl Jenny was out picking berries to take back to her family. Her home had been taken over by the Minsi Indian tribe. Her father yelled for her to run and hide, and a Native American chased after her. They were taking over their home and property. She jumped off a cliff and died when she hit the bottom. Now, people claim to still see her. She wears a bonnet, a dress, and an apron. People claim to hear a girl crying or screaming. Now, some claim they just see her strolling or what seems to still be picking berries. Jenny was only 9 years old at the time of her death. Now, there's a huge, lake at the bottom of this cliff that she jumped from. So when she jumped into the lake. I don't know if she hit the bottom or she drowned or the impact or whatever. But anyway, she died when she hit the bottom. Now, is a huge lake at the bottom that people see a young girl sitting next to, and sometimes she'll be crying. It's like she's lost or she's missing her family. The next one is called the Ghost Lake. Now, this is also it's part of the Jenny Jump State Forest, just off Shades of Death Road, located in the Alamuchi. This lake was created in the 1900s by local men, a creek. They named it for the vapor formations rising off of it on cooler mornings. And then there's the Shades of Death Road. Now, Shades of Death Road is a 7-mile, 2-lane rural road that winds along Jenny Jump Forest and Ghost Lake. This stretch of road is the subject of many local legends. One legend states that a ghostly victim on the ghostly victims of highwaymen robberies or the criminals themselves were hanged from the trees that lined this road. I didn't look into it because my allergies were kicking my ass. So that's a big guess. Now, the next one I have is called Snake Hill. Snake Hill, located in Secaucus, was once home to a psychiatric hospital, almshouse, penitentiary, and a potter's field. Workers, while clearing land for a road, apparently uncovered the dead. There could have been as many as 10,000 undiscovered graves there, mostly the mental ill or the poor. In later years, there was a mass exodus, but did they find all the bottles? Well, bodies? Apparently not. That would be kind of creepy, though, if you're clearing land, you've been hired to clear this land, and you're clearing the land, and you pull up all of these skeletons. I would be home saying a prayer. I would be saging myself. I would be doing whatever it took because you just fucked with the buried people. Mm-hmm. Here's one. It's called the Cranberry Inn. Cranbury, Cranbury Inn. Now, the Cranberry Inn was established in 1780 after the colonies declared their independence from the British. The taverns were originally built in the mid 1700s as a place for colonial travelers to eat, drink, refresh their horses, and spend the night as they passed through the area. The current owners are Tom and Gay Ingegnery. In the 25 years the Ingegneries have owned this inn, they have had dozens of ghost hunters visit in hopes of communicating with their spirits. The history of the inn lends itself to having many spirits. According to the inn's website, it was rumored to stop on the Underground Railroad. According to Gay Ingegnery, strange things have happened over the years. A pregnant employee had doors mysteriously swing open for her. Some staff members insist they've gotten telepathic messages warning them to turn off electrical fixtures. All the psychics that have come through tell us that all the ghosts in here are friendly and there's not one bad one in the bunch. And Gegnery said they love being in here and that's why they're attracted to the inn, she said. I didn't do the extra. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry for having to constantly blow my nose. Y'all, please forgive me. So I didn't do. These are the ones I was sneezing so bad today I couldn't even stay in here. So I'm just reading you what's on this computer. Now, the Pine Barrens. This beautiful and mysterious place can also be supremely spooky. That's because there's a lot of nowhere there. Deep, dark woods, overwhelming silence, and trails that lead to certain doom, all which give rise to legends of ghost goblins, and yes, a devil or two. So I don't think I would want to go to that last one, just because they're very vague. They don't tell much about it. And they mention the devil, so I'm not going to go to that last, but I would go to every single one of those. What do you guys think? Do you guys have one that you wouldn't go to? I would go to every except that last one, I think. Know what I'm saying? Now, that's all I have for New Jersey. The next state that I have, I would too, absolutely. The next state is New Mexico. You never hear much about New Mexico. So that's just a state you don't hear much from. You know what I mean? You just don't. They're out west. You don't hear much about New Mexico. So, yeah, we'll see what we got in New Mexico. And plus, I got a new game. Plus, there's still a couple others in my head that I want to do. I just have to find time to do them all. Like I said, I'm working Saturday, Sunday. Friday, I'll be at the police department. Tomorrow's my last day off. I did all of my chores and everything in town I had to do today. So tomorrow, I think I might relax a little bit. And I did draw a couple new pictures. You guys know that I started drawing. Like, I didn't even know that I could draw until I started drawing pictures for the babies out in the barn. So I drew some other babies, and people have actually told me that they wanted to buy some of my things. Now, I don't know how much this stuff goes for. What do you guys think? Like, y'all have seen my stuff on Facebook, right? Terry? Uncle? Missy? Y'all have seen some of my drawings. Like, how much do I charge for? I have no idea. I am not a professional. You'll still see fuck ups on my photos. They're not, I'm freehand and all that. I don't claim to be an artist. No way, no how. Like, how much would you sell something like that for? Like, my unicorn, I have that in here. Have y'all seen my unicorn? This is the first and only one I've done on a black canvas. It's right up here on the wall. I can reach it. This is my unicorn. I thought I would try him on a black background. And he turned out better than I thought he would. I have this one, and I have a frazzled horsey and a crazy, like, oh my God, it's a Monday donkey and a cow that people are liking. And they're asking me, like, how much? Like, I don't know how much this stuff goes for. My mom's even trying to look up, like, photos, like, I don't know, for sale, like I freehanded that. But I don't know what to charge for something. And I've even told people, I'm like, just make an offer. And my friend Crystal's like, I don't do that. I'm not making an offer. I'm like, I don't know how to set a price on something like this. I mean, it takes about 3 or 4 hours to do. And it takes me over a 2-day period to do it because I can only do it in my free time. And I usually try to do it as I'm falling asleep at night. So it's like, I don't know what to charge. Do you guys have any suggestions? Like, I don't know. I have my friend that told me she was interested in buying this one. And she goes, think about it and tell me a price. I don't fucking know what to charge for something like this. What do you charge? I don't know. I don't want to overcharge somebody. But I mean, I'd like to, because y'all know any money that I make, I don't get donations. So any money I make at all goes towards the babies. That's going to go towards feed and stuff like that. So, I'm I don't know. I don't know what to make a price. Hey, Spirit Stalker. Yeah, you missed the New Jersey. But you didn't miss, my snotting and blowing my nose and anyway, I'm just trying to figure out see what you guys' opinions are on trying to. I don't know how to price this. I drew this. I freehanded it. Really? Now, as you guys know, I'm sure you guys know, as of November 1 of this year, they're no longer making pennies. So once we go out of pennies at work, we're not going to get any more. So we're having to round up. But I don't know a price to charge for something like this. I'm trying to be honest. I don't like to fuck with people. I'm going to be completely honest with people as I can. Is $15 an okay price for one of my drawings? Is what I'm asking basically. Is $15 okay to ask for one of my drawings? I'm just asking because I don't know a good price. You think it is? Okay, because I can't, but I'm not a professional. That's what I'm saying. I am not a professional. There's still screw ups and it's not perfect. And I don't know. I had somebody tell me not to charge less than 40, and I'm like, I can't charge $40 for just something. I don't know. Should I say 20? It's like a kind of an even in the middle there. Like I to me 20 is too much. I understand. I don't know. I just I'm not one that draws with an autograph. Boss Ross always says they are happy little accidents, not mistakes. Would you? Okay. So you guys would pay $20 for one of my drawings. Like Terry will tell you, I have a little cow that I drew and she was willing to pay for it. I'm like, if it's you, you ain't going to pay for it. I'll just give that to you as a gift. But you know, $20 is an okay price. Is But Bob Ross was a known name. Like he was. I know you do. I know you can have the cow if you want the cow. I have the cow in there on the wall. I was just curious if somebody offered me $30 or $40 for it, I was going to try to take it and I'll draw you a new one. You know what I mean? But if it's you, I'm not going to. No. And I don't have a lot of money this year. So there's going to be a few people receive some of my drawings as a gift. So, I'm sorry if some don't like that. But that I've been so busy and I'm kind of broke this year. So they're going to get one of my drawings as a gift. So hopefully they like them. But I'm just trying to get a roundabout price what I could get for that. Okay. All right. So I think I'm just going to state on there if someone would like to purchase one, they can offer $20 for it because that all goes to the babies. Anything I make off of that. See, I do too, Terry. I like stuff like that as a gift because they took their time to do it. I like things like that. A lot of people don't, though. A lot of people, but again, if anyone who knows me, they know I don't claim to be a professional. I just started drawing and I'm having fun with it. And if people like crazy, funny, fucked up, oh my God, it's Friday or oh my God, it's Monday, then yeah, that's the kind of art you're going to like. Like the little donkey and my cow. And I do have a couple other pictures in mind, but I did a frazzled horse last night. I do have another couple in mind that I'd like to do. I have a funny ladybug that I'd like to do, and there's another cow sitting in a chair smoking a cigarette. There's a couple ideas in my head that I would like to do. So I'm still getting there. I'm just And there's a couple little frazzled, funny doggies and cute puppies that I would like to do. Um, so we'll see. Um, but Terry, if you want the cow is yours, and I've got it in there on the wall. So I have someone. She's like, I want to buy it. Think about a price and let me know what it is, and I'll pay it. So I'm not going to overcharge someone. There's no way in hell I would charge $30 or $40 for that when I'm not a professional. I just do it to make people smile when they look at it. That's all. Okay. That cow is yours, Terry. No problem. It's on the wall in there, and it's going to stay right there until you come up here and get it, or if I come down there. And Terry, you're going to have to let me know about the service or what you guys have decided to do. It's right here at the holiday season. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get off work. Oh, that's such a good idea, though, because she'll be protecting that baby. She sure will. And you need to put a camera in there because she will be there to visit. I guarantee it. Hold on, I have to blow. I'm sorry. I think my Benadryl is starting to kick in a little bit. I'm not doing this as much as I was. Okay. Well, just let me know ahead of time, and I will do my best. Annie is so freaking busy right now at Amazon with the holidays only a month away, the Thanksgiving and the Christmas now. So we're going to have to try to figure something out. Good. Because I know your mom will come and visit him. Absolutely. But I wish I was there with you, Terry. You know, I would absolutely love to be there with you if I could right now. You know, I can't. I'm so sorry. I wish you were closer though. Okay. All right. Well, my manager likes to schedule me on the weekends. So, like I said, I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday because Friday I'll be at the PD, and then I work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So I'm hoping, and right here, and yeah, just let me know what you guys decide to do. But I'm here if you need to call or talk or cry or just sit in silence and pick our noses together. I don't give a shit, Terry. You can call me anytime. I know. And also, please, you guys, pray for these people in Jamaica, and the Bahamas is being hit by this monster Melissa. Oh my goodness. And you guys, please keep them in your thoughts and prayers because, oh my gosh, Melissa has torn up Jamaica so bad. So please pray for them and think about them and send them positive vibes as well. I've been trying to follow this hurricane, and she is a monster. Also, if you guys like a true story, like me and Missy have watched this. We watched it together, and we were only like an episode off, but we watched it together on Netflix, and it's called Monster, and it's the true story of Ed Gein. We talked about Ed Gein on here before. He is the one that Texas Chainsaw Massacre was made after. Okay. I love you, Terry. Sleep good. You call me if you need me. I love you. And tell Courtney and Austin that I said hi and I love them. Oh, it's only 7 or 8 episodes total, but it is his true story, and yeah. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here too. Y'all, my allergies are whipping my ass. I think my Benadryl, though, is kicking in. Thank God the barn is already closed up. I don't have to go out there and do that since it's getting dark so early. I close up early now. So, my next state will be New Mexico. That is the next state that we'll be talking about. I have to work on Sunday, so unfortunately, I will not do my podcast Sunday night because I work Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I won't have any time to do any of the thing. So next Wednesday, I believe I'm off again. So I will be here next Wednesday. We're either, just depending on my mood, we're either going to do New Mexico or we're going to play another game and have some laughs. That's what I think we'll do. We'll figure that out the closer the time. I always love when you guys come in and give me the support that you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love each and every one of you, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. And November's coming. I love you.